Christmas is round the corner. Tottenham kick off the festive period of the season at home to Brentford. Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to the matchday preview for a very busy festive period of the season, and the busy period starts tomorrow night as we take on Brentford at home in a big game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Smash a like, subscribe, and let's get into this video. Alright then, so let's kick off this matchday preview by looking at the form coming into tomorrow's game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So let's start with our visitors, Brentford. Brentford, they have a win, draw, loss, win and a loss. So 2 wins, 1 draw and 3 losses. Obviously the two wins against Stoke City in the Carabao Cup and their most recent game, which was against Everton. Obviously, as I've just said, Brentford, their last game was a 1-0 home win against Rafa Benitez's Everton. Obviously, Ivan Toney's penalty being the only goal in that game. Obviously, for Tottenham, our last match against Burnley was postponed due to adverse weather conditions up in Burnley. So our last 6 games were a loss, win, draw, win, loss, win. So we have 3 wins, 1 loss, and 2 losses and a draw. Obviously wins against Leeds, Vitesse and Burnley in the Carabao Cup. The draw against Everton and 2 losses against Manchester United and Mura. Obviously our last game, obviously it was against Burnley and the game was postponed. So our last actual game was against Mura, where we lost 2-1. Alright then, so what is my score prediction coming into tomorrow's game between Spurs and Brentford? Obviously Brentford, looking at the Premier League table, they're doing well. They are mid-table. They're just 2 points outside the top 10. And, Brentford, they've been really good so far this season. And, with 2022 just round the corner, let's see how 2022 will be for Brentford. Obviously, a win for Brentford in North London tomorrow. I'll go 16. A win for Brentford. I think they go into the top 10. I'm not really sure, to be honest. But, there are a lot of games happening today in the Premier League. Leicester, who are a team around them, they're playing Southampton away. Brighton away at West Ham. A few teams around us are playing. Wolves are playing Burnley tonight. West Ham are playing tonight. Liverpool are playing tonight. Brighton are playing tonight. Leicester are playing tonight. So, yeah, obviously, I think both Spurs and Brentford need the games tonight to go our way. Obviously, the Leeds Palace game, didn't really go, well, it sort of did go in Brentford's favour. But yeah, for me, I think it will be a tough game, Last time we played Brentford was in the Carabao Cup semi-final and we won 2-0. And that game obviously sent us to the Carabao Cup final. So we have played Brentford before. I don't even know the last time we played Brentford in a proper league match. But for me, I think we should be beating Brentford. Brentford, I know they got a big win against Everton, which is big for them. And they got a 3-3 draw away at Newcastle, so they're unbeaten in the last 2. Brentford. Our game was postponed, so would you say that's an advantage or a disadvantage? I'm not really sure, but the players had a rest. So yeah, obviously the players, we have no Emerson and that against Mura, so I think those players should be really strong and fit, ready for this game tomorrow. And for me, I think we will beat Brentford. I think it might be a bit similar to the Leeds game. I'm going to go Tottenham 2, Brentford 1, 2-1 to Spurs. Alright then, so it is time to have a look at the players to look out for coming into tomorrow's game. So let's start with the visitors, Brentford. And one man who I am going to start with is Ivan Toney. Obviously, he scored the only goal in Brentford's match versus Everton on Sunday. And, I didn't really watch the game too much, but, I had the Man City game on my laptop and the Brentford game on my TV. And when I did kept looking up on my TV, for me, I think Toney did alright. But I think another player who did well was I am going to give it to Vitality Janelt. Obviously, I was going to say Norgard, but he came off. So, yeah, but I think Janelt did well. And I think defensively, probably Ethan Pinnock. But, yeah, any Brentford fans watching this video, which I doubt, but if there are any Brentford fans watching this video, we'll have a look. You know what, we'll have a look at the Leeds game because I did the Mirror game in the Burnley preview. So, obviously, the Leeds game... first up, I'm going to go with, I am going to go with Lucas Moura. You know, I think he did quite well against Leeds. You know, he won a few free kicks, created some chances, he's got an assist as well. I think another player who did quite well was Sergio Reguilon. You know, he got his goal where Eric Dyer's shot, it deflected, it hit the post, and then it was a simple tap in for Reguilon in front of the open goal. Yeah, I think another player who did quite well was Lloris for me. I think he did quite well against Leeds. I think when we were 2-1 up, I think Leeds maybe could have pulled it back. But yeah, I'm going to go with Hugo Lloris. So yeah, any Brentford fans, keep an eye on Lucas Moura, Sergio Reguilon and Hugo Lloris. Alright then, so it is now time for the predicted lineup to take on Brentford tomorrow. And so yeah, for me, in goal, Hugo Lloris. He hasn't played since the 21st of November, you know. He was going to play against Burnley, and obviously the game got postponed. Didn't play against Mura, so he's had 2 matches off. So I think Lloris will come back strong in this game tomorrow. And 3 at the back, Davinson Sanchez, Eric Dyer, and Ben Davies. It was originally going to be that back 3 to play against Burnley before the game got postponed. So I'm pretty much sure Conte will put that same back 3 to line up tomorrow against Brentford. Right wing back / right midfield, whatever you want to call it. I'm going with Emerson. You know, Emerson, he was a bit off. He wasn't the best against Leeds. Every time Tanganga had the ball, he wasn't really running down the line as much, and that is quite a concern. But, we're playing Brentford, who've got the likes of Mbuemo, Tony, and they've got some good players, Brentford. For me, I think Emerson, yeah, I'm just going to start him. Then 2 in the middle, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Oliver Skipp. Obviously, Højbjerg scoring against Leeds. Skipp, he's back from his suspension. Couldn't play in the Leeds game. He hasn't played in a long time. Skipp, so I think he'll start tomorrow. Yeah, I think hopefully he does well. Then left wing back / left midfield, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm going with Sergio Reguilon. I think he did really well against Leeds. Obviously didn't play against Mura, so hopefully, he's had 2 games off. Most of the players have had 2 games off because they didn't play against Mura, and the game against Burnley was postponed. So yeah, Reguilon. I was obviously at the Leeds game, and I think Reguilon, hopefully he does a similar performance that he did against Leeds, because I think against Leeds he did quite well. And then a front 3 on the right, Lucas Moura. I think he did quite well against Leeds. He won a few free kicks. He did well in the middle of the field trying to get the ball. But yeah, up front, Harry Kane. He hasn't scored in a long time. Last time he scored was against Newcastle away, so hopefully he can bag a goal tomorrow. And on the left, Heung-min Son. Obviously, he did come on against Mura. He didn't really do a fat lot. But yeah, hopefully he does well tomorrow. Alright then, so my predicted lineup, just to remind you lot, it is Lloris, Sanchez, Dyer, Davis, Emerson, Højbjerg, Skipp, Reguilon, Moura, Kane and Son. I said that exact lineup in the Burnley preview, and Antonio Conte said that exact lineup. So for me, I am expecting the same team. That was part against Burnley. But yeah, as I said at the start of the video, we have got a lot of match previews. Obviously, Spurs have got a busy December. Obviously, the next preview will be on Saturday for the game against Norwich. Then the next preview will be on Wednesday when we take on Rennes in a big game, that is. Then there'll be a preview on my birthday for Brighton away on Tuesday the 12th. Then on Wednesday the 16th, there'll be a preview for the game against Leicester away. Then there'll be a preview on the 18th for Liverpool. Then there'll be a preview on the 21st for the game against West Ham. Then there'll be a preview for the Palace game on the 25th. And then there'll be a preview for the game on the 27th. So yeah, so we've got lots of previews coming up, you know. It's Christmas time. So yeah, let's hope we kick off December with a win against Brentford. So yeah, come on!